Greetings, everyone. Yep, where are you? 3 guesses. If it says Antichrist and you've got an upside down cross, you are in Olympia, Washington, right by El Capital, right back there. Yep, your little shirker buildings. And that really is what it's all about, isn't it? It's weird. They took down a place. You can sort of see it up close with the Saturn cube. Yes, we've got Q Cash. And over here is part of the daycare industrial complex, the credit union for state shirkers. But up here, also note, when you are at the state, what the state shirker cars say. Okay, this one says, nasty women vote. When did the term nasty become like cool and okay? Only in a satanic town, my darlings. No one trumps the Constitution, isn't that cute? Because they sure have, and they hate the Constitution. You know, they being the libtards, scream about how the Constitution was written by the worst, lowest form of slaveholder imaginable. And yet if it's in their favor, yep, then you get it. Sorry, I don't mean to be so ranty today. But it's interesting that the signs and symbols of the state capitol right there point in the direction down. You know, it's quite fascinating. Wow. That guy looks so much like the Fortress guy. There was this guy that came out of the basement of the Capitol one day. You know, like the one who's got all the secret codes and everything. Like the High Grand Wizard. And he looked more cheerful though. That guy looked a little down and out. But this is one of my fun Capitol stories. I just happened to be over there. This was before I was afraid to keep going, right? And this guy just like popped out of this totally secret, you know, entrance, like the Hobbit out of the earth. And wow, it was so intense. And you know, I had just found out that in order to get to anything with the state, you say www.washington.fortress.com. You know, and I said to him, oh wow, you're coming up from under the earth. You're one of the computer guys, aren't you? And he smiled. He was like, yeah. He has like a Grateful Dead shirt on. And I said, so are you the one that put Fortress in there? And he laughed. He said, oh, you noticed? Like, yeah, haha, like that's our inside joke. Yeah. They are the Fortress. They are their own little royalty. Everyone, I keep thinking of doing videos on something different because this is so nuts. And it's also interesting that when you've got Satanists, you've got your we believe in science. I'll believe you believe in science when you tell me you know what effing gender you are, peeps, you know? There was someone spying on me, spying on them. And that was like an old lady. You know, she was like older than me even. But they're around this town. You've got like these really old, you know, cultural Marxists, and they're kind of intimidating. They set the stage. There's an old Philip K. Dick book I remember reading, and it started out with all these people in this kind of awful corporate world where everything's gray and everyone has to wear a suit, and they're all just, you know, on escalators and elevators and stuff, and there was no loitering. And I think the guy in the beginning, he's real hapless, you know, and he stops to tie his shoe, and suddenly over the intercom there's this horrible kind of, you know, matronly, you know, aunt voice saying, you know, no loitering, you know. So that was interesting. And when I saw that woman turn around and come up, I knew she was a nosy snoop. They all seem to have the same kind of bowl haircut, and they're kind of always driving around snooping. And I just found that fascinating, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to pay attention to you. And then as soon as I left, she left, you know. And when she saw I was filming, it was like, you know, but, you know, it's weird. I think everybody is sort of out filming each other now. I've really been trying to stay in and not do that. But a couple of days ago, I was over by the armory, and there was like an Antifa guy, and he was like really being obvious about it, taking pictures of the driver's license plates of the probably the National Guard people that were in the armory. And I was kind of like on a busy street kind of going by, and then I was like, oh my God, that is what is happening. So it's weird. It's definitely like spy versus spy here. And yes, there are many levels, and they all protect each other, you know. And I wouldn't be saying this, except I've been doing this now for a long time. And that is the building down there. I almost wasn't going to do that today, because I thought it's getting a little late and the vampires wake up and they want their blood. But I wanted you to see the little nasty sticker as well, because, you know, whoever is parking there is definitely affiliated with the state somehow. And whenever I go up into these state parking lots, they all have these very weird, in-your-face, strange things, and that are insulting, you know, saying like Black Lives Matter, as if to say anyone would think otherwise, right? Okay, and we still have the this weird I am a man sign, which is completely confounding. And if you go inside there, they have even weirder signs. There's one that says like, we're on a mission, we're in a war to win. And it's like, wait a minute, you're the Washington State Employees Union, right? Like, what the heck is that all about? Like, what kind of war are you in to win, you know? That, you know, I mean, it's just very strange. So, and it's like, who's paying for all these things to be printed up? I guess the shirkers that are getting overpaid by us, who can afford these exorbitant union fees. So here we are at the bottom of one of our grand, overblown, self-important temples of the Grand Vizier Shirker, overlooking our upside down cross and our I am a nasty women who populate such ugly dreams. And I don't want to be part of their ugly dead dreams anymore. Many meows.